Okay, Abe, let's take a look at this for you. So you say you have something wrong with the offset block. You say the axes are off. Pardon me. What I'm anticipating is what you're saying is that when you get to final mass properties, that it's off in the, for the axes and that. So if we go to mass properties, take a look at that. If we go to the drawings that we should be looking at on SolidWorks, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So let's go to the I'm going over here to our offset block. So the final mass properties are going to be 8906.022. Let's see if we have that. Let's pull that aside here a little bit. So that looks right, but then the X, Y, Z axes are off. One of them's on. Let's see, is it 231, 783 in the Z? That looks right. But the X and Y are off. 621, 581, yeah, that's correct in the Y. But the X is off. You have 59, 286. It should be 0 and negative 0.715. And what it comes down to is this here. When you look at your sheet notes, design suggested feature order, look at the first one, base feature, mid-plane extrusion. So you need to do that. So when you do that, you're going to get an error. So look at where this hole is, and that's going to change. You have to be careful about how you put in your center lines of reference geometry. You want to make sure it's fully defined. So for these holes, if you go inside of this, you have a negative sign over here, not fully defined, and we could get you some points off tomorrow. If you go to edit that feature, you can't have a blue line in here because it's got the capacity to move around. And when you make changes in here, you want to make sure that that's horizontal if you want to do that, or vertical. And now it'll make it black. But yeah, you want to make sure that it's midplane. If it's offset by 30, that's okay. That's going to put that point in the right location. But watch what happens if we don't do that. I'm going to go ahead and change this to the midplane. So we're going to go ahead and extrude that. Go to base feature, edit feature, and if you want to make that midplane, go to the green check mark, bang, that hole disappears. So you need to fix that. And that's how you fix your mass properties. So remember, read the directions, understand the directions, look at the video, and that'll help you out. But you had two small errors in here, and I think after that you should be okay. So the other problem that you have in here is a junction box, and looks like everything's good up until that last thing where you put in that top tab with a hole. Watch the video carefully when I put that together. You actually have a dimension in here that isn't quite right too. So you need to put in the correct dimension on that, and you need to have the correct reference for that too. So you need that'll help that. I think if you get that thing repaired and put that in correctly, I think that would be okay too. So good luck with that.